All right, today we're going to put some Oxford heated grips on the Tenere 700, just 2025. Building this bike up for my brother. This is his bike. After our last ride to the Grand Canyon, he decided he wanted an adventure bike of his own. He normally rides Harley Davidsons. He rode the little Versus 300 to the Grand Canyon North Rim, and he survived. It survived, but this would be a much better tool for that. And we're getting it decked out for some rides. We might go on a ride next month, actually, if the weather cooperates. But anyway, yeah, we're going to put some Oxford heated grips on here, and I'll show you what that's all about. Damn, need a little buddy in here. It's freaking cold. Removing that panel. Looking for the accessory lead to plug in. First thing we have to do is take off this panel, because underneath this panel, there is a factory accessory plug taped to the factory wiring harness. So we've got a Torx here, Torx there, Torx here, and then these are just plastic push pins. There's one here, and then there's three under here, 1, 2, and then one a little higher right there, 3. That comes off. You'll unplug your turn signal so you can completely slide it out. It'll even come off fairly easily with the crash guards on, so no big deal there. And then you'll find the wiring in here to tap into. It will be key on power. So let's do that. Hey, look at that. He's looking at a Tenere too. Anyway, got the panel off. There it is. So you got Torx connector here, here, and there. And then here, here, and here, you have plastic push style. Unplug your turn signal and pop the panel off. Looking here, buried and taped right there is where we need to go and plug into the accessory lead that Yamaha has provided. It's not that one. It's this one. Well, let me get a knife. That's not a knife. Yeah, it is actually. So, yeah, gonna cut that tape like a Z's. This is a very sharp knife, as you can see. And underneath here, we should have this triangle shaped. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got a little rubber cap over it. Cute. Just boom. There's your accessory lead. Let's remove this tape now. We're not going to use that anymore. Come on, get off there. Some good tape, Yamaha. Good Lord. Okay, let me put you down. Okay, we're back. Zoomed out because that was making me seasick. Anyway, here we go. Complete with rubber cap. So there's going to be a ground, and there's going to be a 12 volt, and there's going to be a key on 12 volt. Let's get the meter and see if I am correct. All right, got the Yamaha pigtail plugged in. Gonna have heated grips and an aux for when my brother decides he wants driving lights or something like that. Or maybe, it looks like there's 2 positives on each one, so heated grips and a carpet on one. Not sure about that one. Anyway, let's continue. We're going for heated grips today, so yeah. Okay, so put the pigtail on. This is the factory connection here. Pigtail's coming up. One is going up here, powering the heated grips, and then the spare, I put a cap on it, it's right here. Turn signal plugs back in here. Everything's not tightly zip tied, but zip tied up out of the way so it can't dangle. And then I have the power to the heated grips going through that hole right there. So, should be good. It's been tested. Key on, it works. Key off, it does not. Yay. So I made you a mount right here. Ties into that brake lever mount. I don't think I moved it, so I think we're good. There's spacers to space it out. It's on the right-hand side. It's not touching right there, which is kind of weird, but the way your mirror's on the left-hand side, there's nowhere to put it. So anyway, the key's on. You can power it up. And then if you turn the key off, it shuts off. Yay. So now I got to put the grips on, plug them in here, figure out what to do with these wires. And we're done. All right, barring weights on a Tenere. It's a big, giant freaking nut. And you got to have size Mondo Allen to get it off. It's a 12. But it's not Loctited and it does pop right off, so not too bad. All right, fart knockers. This is the right, I believe. Yes, R. I hit the tube with a little bit of 60 grit. I got lazy and just cut the old tube off, but since this is a Japanese bike, the old compressed air trick would probably work, but it didn't work after a few tries, so I just cut it off. So I'm gonna clean the inside of this out with a little bit of alcohol, dry it up. And the kit comes with super glue, so we're gonna glue these on. Looked like the best option was for the wire to point forward, and then the extra slack for the rotating will be on top of the handguard and maybe zip tied over here. So let's clean up and glue. Oh, and if you're gonna super glue, because when you push this on, some of it will squeegee-like out and come down. Yeah, make sure you cover your bike, okay? All right, that concludes the installation of Oxford grips, I guess. Let's take a look real quick. Got this guy up here. We might do something else with this, I don't know. Maybe we could secure it, but you know, you just gotta have range of motion for this, but there's really nowhere here to attach it to, so we'll figure out something. Everything went back together as easy as it came apart, no big deal. The glue worked perfectly on the throttle tube. The handlebar tube on this side already had some contact cement that I softened back up with some 100% alcohol. Then I used the super glue and put that back on and she's on. Got to be careful right here because to turn your high beam on, you flip this up. So you don't want this pointing straight out, otherwise you won't be able to activate your high beam. So flash to pass, high beam on. Same with this side. It's probably not as bad as the other side, but I don't know, I think this is probably fine. I didn't want to get it down here by the clutch, so I didn't want to route it underneath here, right? The mount is actually designed to go on this side, but this does not have the double screw mount, and that's what this is designed for. So I bent it the opposite way and I mounted it on the right. I've done that on a couple of my other bikes for the same reason. I mean, the only goofy part is you gotta reach over and do your thing, right? Let's see. Oh, and probably the most difficult part of Oxford heated grips is what to do with the bundles of wire. I mean, they are somewhat waterproof, so you don't want to cut the factory wiring. So you end up with about 1.5 feet too much wire. I kind of wish they'd make a short version, but then it wouldn't be long enough for other bikes, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we have heated grips now, tapped into the factory Yamaha accessory lead. And you know, this guy's, she's getting decked out, man. A lot of SW Motec parts, SW Motec skid plate, crash guards. We got these tusk racks back here. These are freaking awesome. This is like 1/8 inch thick aluminum here. Pretty good stuff. This is a little bit thicker than 1/8. And then you got your tusk, regular tusk rack in the back. Just add heated grips to that. We got a ram ball. It's got a clip-on visor. I don't know if we're going to leave that on or not. Nice CNC water pump protector. Not sure if that's going to stay on or not. We've got these things. We're from Nice CNC as well for straps. Got one on each side. What else have we done to this guy? I think that about wraps it up. Need to take it out and do a rip. But yeah, that's the 2025 Tenere 7 hundo. Cool bike. I like it. Of course, the lighting sucks on this side. Sorry. Let's go to this side. There we go. Cool bike. I like it. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Talk to you later.
All right, the hunt for the camel continues. All packed up. Have a good day, guys.